So we're on to G Ionian, the next scale that we're going to work on. It's actually the first scale in the key, but the second one that we're doing. First thing I'm going to do here is show a page of the book that outlines the process, which is what I'm calling this. The practicing process that we did for the first scale is listed there in about 10 steps. You may want to take a screenshot of that or copy it down, because these are the steps that you're going to use for every single scale. So I'm going to go through these steps relatively quickly in this video. At the end of each one of the steps, obviously you need to stop the video and do the practice related to whatever it is we were just talking about. So I'm going to put a lot of stuff in this video, as much as I can get to in the time allotted. So Ionian, first scale in the key, the chord is G major 7. First degree of the key, the intervals are natural intervals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The names of the notes, G, A, B, C, D, E, and F sharp. That's the first step. Second step, you play the modal positions from root to root. In this case, that means stopping on all of the G's. Now, I will go through this relatively quickly. You need to do it as many times as you need to get it down. So down here, if I stop on my G's, same routine that we did in the last scale, but I'm stopping on my G's now. All right, just do these slowly. I'm kind of rushing through them a little bit. Next position, G Ionian. Next position. Okay, my G's are here. Next position. G's are here. Next position, the G's are here. Alright, so you get all of that together. Next step, you're going to play over the basic chord, just running around on the positions. I would kind of do it in one position at a time, but eventually you want to get to all 5 positions where you're running around on the notes, and you're just in general listening to the notes in the scale over the chord. So the chord, G major 7. If I have enough time at the end of this video, I'm going to give you some different ways of playing G major 7, but for now this is fine, or any way that you know how to do it where you have the root on the bottom. So make a recording of G major 7. Practice running up and down the notes. Now there's an additional thing that we have to talk about in this Ionian scale that did not happen in the Dorian scale. In this Ionian scale, there is a note in it that creates tension. That tension needs to be resolved. Now sometimes I hear this, in fact frequently, I hear this referred to as an avoid note. That's a terrible term. Avoid means, ignore it, don't play it. By no means is this an avoid note. It simply is a note that needs resolution. We're going to talk about this in a lot more detail later, a lot. For now, what you need to know is the 4th interval of this scale, which is a C note. Every C note on your guitar in this scale is the 4th interval. Therefore, every C note is going to create this tension that needs resolution. The way that you resolve an unresolved interval is to immediately play the note below it or above it in the scale. So in the case of this scale, the unresolved interval is 4. You resolve it by moving down a half step to the B note, which is 3, or up a whole step to the 5, which is a D note. And you have to do that every time. So how long can you get away with playing the C note before you resolve it? My general recommendation is don't play the C note any longer than 1 beat. I'm going to give you a demonstration of the fact that this thing is unresolved. Let's do this. Hang on one second. Okay. So if I'm running around on the notes, this C note in comparison sounds terrible. It doesn't matter where I play the C note. It does sound like a wrong note, but it's not a wrong note. It's a note that needs resolution. So what you need to do is go through the positions and you need to practice resolving the C note. So that's a big deal here. And again, we're going to get into a lot more detail. This leads into a much larger topic later on, so it's important. So that's what you want to do over the G major 7 chord as you're running around in the notes. That additional step of resolving the C. Okay, get that together. The next thing we're going to talk about are the 3 and 4 string patterns for the Dorian scale. So every individual scale in the key creates its own 3 and 4 string patterns. And by the way, you are already playing these 3 and 4 string patterns. In fact, you're playing them for every scale in the key. You just don't realize it yet, most likely. And the advantage of doing this, if you already know where all the notes are in a scale, why are we bothering again with this 3 and 4 string pattern thing? Because once you see that each individual scale can be looked at on the neck as one of 2 things, no matter where I'm playing on the neck for this G Ionian scale, personally, I'm only looking at one pattern or the other. There's no need to look for more. So, 3 and 4 string patterns for this G Ionian scale. For all Ionian scales, the patterns will be the same. 3 string pattern, finger numbers we're going to talk about. So it's 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. Remember, you want to be able to recite these things backwards as well. So 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2. And you do that from every G, allowing for the tuning when necessary. Got to move up a half step. All right, I'm going to kind of rush through these. I have a partial pattern here. Okay, tuning. So you do all of those all the way up and down the neck. The 4 string pattern, and again I'm illustrating these initially where we do not run into the 2nd string. So I'm going to go way up here. This pattern's a little trickier. It's finger numbers 4, next string, 1, 3, 4, next string, 1, 3, and then we have to shift down 1 fret and play 1, 2. So it's 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, shift down, 1, 2. You may want to write that down. Backwards. When you think about it backwards, 2, 1, you have to shift up, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4. So I'm going to do that from every root. Tuning. Okay, do that from all of your G's. I've got another one over here. Partial pattern. So do those individually. 3 string pattern up and down the neck, 4 string pattern up and down the neck, and then you put those 2 patterns together to form the complete positions. Every scale works this way. We did this same exact thing with the Dorian scale. It's not going to be any different here other than our fingering patterns are different. So patterns alternate. They change from one to the other when you stay in a position. So here, I have a 3 string pattern. It's going to immediately move to a 4 string pattern. Then I'm going to have a little bit of a 3 string pattern hanging over here, and you're going to see that there's a tiny bit of a 4 string pattern behind this lowest root down here. So 3 string pattern, right into the 4 string, tuning adjustment, and then I can start that 3 string pattern right here. And I'm going to do all of that in reverse. A little bit of the 3 string, the full 4 string pattern backwards, full 3-string pattern backwards, and then the very tail end of the 4-string pattern backwards. Alright, so that gives me the entire position that we already knew, but you're now trying to visualize it as these 3- and 4-string patterns. Okay, the next position. I can finish it here, so I'm going to start with an octave that I can finish. That's obviously a 3-string pattern. There's going to be a 4-string on this side and a 4-string on this side, neither of which I will be able to finish. Directly into part of a 4-string, backwards on the 3, backwards on the 4. I almost got all of it, but not quite. If I had another string over here, I'd be playing the last note, the 4. Okay, so you visualize that modal position as those two patterns alternating. Okay, up here, I can finish this octave, so I'll start there. That's a 4-string. Then it goes right into the 3-string that I can't finish. Backwards on the 4, whoops, backwards on the 3. So 4-string, part of a 3, backwards on the 4, backwards on the 3, can't finish it. Next position, my G's are here, I can finish that 3-string pattern, so I'll start with that. Right into a 4-string pattern and tuning right away. Can't finish it. 3-string backwards. 4-string backwards that I can't finish. Okay, last position. I've got 2 full octaves here. I'm going to start here. 4-string pattern that I can finish. 3-string pattern, tuning adjustment. Backwards on the 3, backwards on the 4, and the tail end of a 3-string pattern going backwards. Alright, so that's all 5 of the positions with the alternating 3- and 4-string patterns. Spend as much time on that as you need to. It doesn't matter if it's days or weeks, whatever you got to do to get it together. Next step, you're going to work out the notes for the tone center. You can look at these tone center things that you're going to play when you do these as the 3- and 4-string patterns that I was just illustrating. So when I play this full scale pattern, that 3-string, the intervals that make up the tone center are every other note of that scale for 4 notes, right? There's only 4 notes in the tone center. So the 1, I'm talking intervals now, the 1, the 3, the 5, and the 7 back to the 1. Right? That's coming right out of the 3-string pattern for the full scale. So even when you're doing these tone centers, you want to visualize this as 3- and 4-string patterns. So finger-wise, what I get when I do just the tone center for the G Ionian is 2, 1, 4, 3, 4. So 2, 1, 4, 3, 4. And you would want to do that on every G. Tuning on this one. We'll do them all. In the 4-string pattern, there's the full scale. Interval-wise, not fingers, but intervals right now. 4, sorry, I'm doing fingers. Intervals. 1, 3, 5. The 7 is what we had to shift down for, and then 1 again. So you do that everywhere on the neck, up and down, okay? And then you alternate patterns, okay? That's the end of this one.